purchase agent asked, you know, I'm working with buyers, it's a really competitive market. I've got people who are losing things left and right. They're frustrated, they're blaming it on me. You know, should I even fool with buyers right now?
Hi, thanks for watching What's Working Now Tuesday at 2:30. I'm Marjorie Dick Stewart, and this is Bill.
Okay, so Marjorie, you had a situation just the other day. Some buyers were referred to you,
Yes.
and they started looking at properties. And just walk us through kind of how you handle this to try to deal with the situation of a very competitive market. I mean, we're talking to agents in other parts of the city, other parts of the country, and it's still a very, very competitive marketplace. So lots of people are in this boat.
All right.
So walk us through a little bit your recent experience.
First thing I did is I asked them when was the last time they bought a house and used an agent and a sales contract in D.C. And they said, Marjorie, it was so long ago. Talk to us as if we don't know anything. I said, okay, so the situation is this right now. Properties are priced at one number and they're selling for another number.
Okay.
And you just need to be prepared that there might be more than you. In fact, there might be 2 or 3 or 4 buyers. And don't focus so much on what you think someone else might do.
Okay. But just stop a minute. So the first thing is, look, it is competitive, but it's possible.
Right.
Okay. And now we're going to walk through, okay, so get in the market, but now let's prepare to win.
Right.
Okay.
So get your ducks in a row.
Well, what does that mean?
Get pre-qualified.
Okay, so you're pre-qualified.
Get pre-qualified meaning you filled out a loan application and you've given the list of financial information to the lender that the lender asked for so they can start checking your credit, checking your tax records, and checking up on you. So that when we say you're pre-qualified, it means that the lender has your information and they've reviewed
You basically made an application.
and they say you look good, right?
Okay.
And that's what you need. So
Okay.
do that. 2, like I said, don't focus on what other people are willing to do. Know the market. Be knowledgeable about what you're buying. Don't look at what are they asking. Look at what's going on in this marketplace and what is this house worth to you. And think about offering a number that if someone else offered $1 more, you'd be okay with it.
Okay, and while we're talking about pricing, let's stay there for a minute. Because in our marketplace, if someone wants to buy $1 million house, they might only look up to $9 or $9.50, because in that price range, there's a good chance there's going to be multiple offers. It's going to be bid up, and so part of that expectation is don't look at $1.1 million and then try to come in at $1 million if that's all you're going to spend.
But also look low.
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
Look low.
Look low.
Okay. Don't look at $1.1 million
Right.
because you're going to lose.
Right. Okay. I see
Okay.
what you're saying.
So, you know, most buyers in our market are, you know, looking at a price range actually below what they can afford, because in our marketplace, it's probably going to be bid up. So they need to be ready to pay above the price and not be disappointed because I can spend $1 million, but every house I look at for $1 million sells for $1.1 million, $1.15 million, and I'm losing time and time again. So that's how they have to gauge what's in the marketplace for them, not list price, but as you said earlier, what things are actually selling for.
So what I'm saying is be knowledgeable.
Okay.
Look around the neighborhood, look at what's happening, look at what was the list price and the sales price, the list price and the sales price, and just know that that's okay. That don't focus so much on what did it sell for. Focus more on what are these houses selling for and what am I willing to pay for it, knowing that I'm going to have competition most likely.
Okay, so be realistic about the marketplace.
Right.
Now, let's say your competition is also realistic about the marketplace. What are the types of things you're preparing, again, because if they find the right house and you have to hit them with do this, do this, do this, do this,
Right.
it's probably too late. It's probably too much for them. It's already overwhelming enough. So in your early stages of talking to them, showing them properties, what are the other types of terms you're preparing them for as far as how to make the contract as appealing to a seller as possible?
Right. Well, there are things you want to talk about that as a buyer's agent, on one hand, you're there to protect your people from screwing up, which means you have to tell them what all their protections are and how you have to take them out in order for them to get the house, for example.
Okay.
If they,
In order to protect them from losing the
in
house.
order to protect them from losing the house,
Okay.
right? But things like, talk about the financing contingency and what that means, and if they take it out, it gives them a better chance, but they lose their protection in case they
Right.
lose their job or something odd should happen in their finances.
Okay.
Talk to them about doing their home inspection up front, where they could lose $800, $1,000 if they don't get the house, but if they don't do it, they probably won't get the house.
And they might pay $20,000 more the next time the house comes
Right.
available.
Exactly.
Okay. Any other types of things that,
Talk about the contingencies. Another one is appraisal. Another one is radon. Talk to them about the benefit of being comfortable not having those in the offer. And is it okay for them to not have that in the offer? Because we as the agents cannot say, take that out, don't do that. We have to tell them, you lose your protection, but
right,
if you don't do it, you could lose the house.
right,
I just want to let you know.
okay. And any other sweeteners for sellers that might put them in a better position?
Well, there's the all-cash offer, settlement in 4 days,
Okay,
with a
quick-
free 60-day rent back.
Okay, so quick settlement,
Quickest settlement
really all
possible.
cash if they have it,
They have it.
and
Let them
maybe
stay
a
for a
rent
week
back.
or two.
So find out what the ideal situation is. But again, much easier to prepare them in advance for this than they find the house, they love it, they're excited, and now you say, you go over your checklist.
Right.
Okay, these are the best ways to get it. If you've already prepared them, and this is maybe the second time or third time around of discussing these issues,
Right.
hopefully they're a little bit more comfortable with what they can do.
So you just do your part,
Okay,
and then they do their part. Now, you're gonna have, I have one today. Somebody wrote an offer, they're not gonna do any of that, and they know they're not gonna get it, and they're gonna do it anyway, because they feel like they have to go through the motion, and they have to be that person that does it and loses.
okay.
And that's okay,
And,
and
and
I'm
they
not,
actually said that to you.
and they said that to me, and I'm not gonna say, I'm never gonna say, don't do it, you're not gonna get it, because do you know what? I've also had situations where people don't write because they're afraid they're not gonna get it,
Mhm.
and there are no offers.
Well,
And you could have been the one, your buyer could have been the one that got the house.
right. And there is also some benefit. Number one, you don't know if they're going to win or lose. But number two, even if they lose, there is some benefit of them having gone through the process, the entire process. They're now more comfortable. And the fact that they lost versus they didn't do anything might get them closer to doing the right things next time.
Right. And that's fine. That's actually a good thing.
Okay.
Because you know what, really?
Rather than saying, oh, we're not even going to bother to write it. You don't have a chance.
Because really, in our market, when you're writing contracts for agents, we all have this.
For buyers.
For buyers, they don't always get the first one, and
Right.
it is good to go through the motion. You get familiar with the contract, you get familiar with what all the closing costs are, you get the feel of what really is going on, and the second time, it'll be better, it'll be easier, and it'll be more comfortable for them to actually step up and get the house. So it really is okay to encourage people to do this, in my opinion.
Okay.
Do
So
it.
you're
For two reasons. One is, they could get it.
right.
They could get
They
the
could
house.
get it.
And two is, it'll really prepare them and make them feel more comfortable when they're actually ready to go for it.
Okay.
And it's part of the process.
So Marjorie's advice today basically is, the Boy Scout motto of always be prepared. Well, there's like a version of it for this is always prepare your buyers, especially in this market. So that's it for today. Thanks a lot. We're actually back home. Last week we were in Mexico, so we're not on the balcony overlooking the Caribbean. But anyway, we're back home and
We're
working.
back. Thanks
Okay.
for watching What's Working Out Tuesday at 2:30.
Bye, folks.